or they're in the holistic space in some kind of way, shape, or form. Most of us are. And as coaches and consultants, we need to keep our energy up. Give me yes in the chat if you agree with that. You need to have great energy when you're working with your clients. Let me know if you find that to be the case. We need it. How many of you here work with clients that also need some aspect of emotional support? Carolyn, don't worry about the workbook. If you don't have it, it's better for you just use pen and paper at this point, and we'll send the workbook to you after. I don't want you to miss anything. Gina, you work with people that need that? Every client does. I love that answer, Dory, because it's exactly right. So no matter what it is that we're doing, our clients need it, but we need it. And so the focus of this event is really about us as practitioners and coaches and consultants, how we can get our energy up, and then how we can support our clients. The other focus is really about the fact that when you're building a business, how many of you have been looking for like a new business strategy? You want to try something new. You've been thinking, gosh, I would love a new strategy for my business. A lot of people come through and they're looking for something new to do in their business. What we find is one of the best, and I'm a business coach as well. I'm a holistic practitioner, aromatherapist. I'll tell you a little bit more about me in a minute. But the thing is, when you have a fantastic mood and that great energy that jumps off the page, it really makes a difference in your business. And it is the best business strategy that you can have. And I'm saying that as a business coach, as well as a holistic practitioner. So just keep that in mind as we're going through. All right, so I'm going to share my screen here in just a little bit. And we'll be coming like back and forth on the screen. So you'll need to be patient with me while I try to navigate the tech stuff. All right, so it's your turn. I want to talk to you a little bit. I want to talk to you about how this community, how to get the best out of this event. We've worked really hard to prepare some information for you that you will not forget. If you have colleagues, business partners, people that you know need their mood made over, send them the link to this, even right now in the midst of this conversation. And those of you watching on social media, you missed the very beginning portion, but we're talking about the mood makeover method for coaches and consultants. So us as practitioners, as coaches, as consultants, we need to have these incredible moods so that our energy kind of flows over to our clients and it really draws people to us. Even people who are potential clients and our current clients will get better results from our mood. So we're going to talk about that today. But I want to hear from you, and I want to encourage you to be involved throughout the process. So this is not like a webinar. This is like a workshop, a class. We're going to be asking questions. You're going to be answering. You're going to be coaching yourself during this, and so get ready for those things. If there's anything that's very personal, you have the option, because I will be asking some personal questions. If you don't want the group to see, you can respond in the chat and choose the option that says host and panelist. I think that's your default. If you want to say hello to everybody and kind of chat with everybody, just click that drop down and change it to everyone, and then everybody will see it. We are a G-rated community. It's one of the things that makes us different. So you'll notice that in the way that we speak, the way we speak to one another, the way we present has a certain feel for it, which we call our G-rated community. Keep us posted if you have any visual or audio disturbances. I do live in a rural area, and because of that, sometimes things can get a little sketchy. So if you have any problems like that, please put it in the chat and the team will take care of you. But now what I want you to do is tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from? What brought you here? What is your business? And you can even share a link to your business page if you would like. Gina says, I find evening consults are the most challenging since I'm tired at the end of the day. Yes. Do you do a lot of one-on-ones, Gina? That can help. In Ohio, from Tennessee, nice. A nurse of 24 years and an autism mom. I remember talking to you, Carrie, on Video Ask. Got a lot for you here today. I'm excited that you're here. Gina, you're still developing your niche, this is going to be helpful for you too. Because one of the things that you need to know is that whatever you end up doing as your niche, like what you really dig into, how you're going to serve people, it has to be aligned so that you feel excited about the work. If you find that you have an offer that you're now tired of, you've fallen out of love with it, you don't love it anymore, it's okay to make that shift. So we're going to talk about some things that you can kind of examine yourself to figure out. It's a great thing that you're doing, Gina, just to kind of figure out where you want to be. So we love seeing those comments come in. Keep them coming. We want to get to know one another, see where you are, what you're doing in your business. And while you're doing that, I'll tell you a little bit about me and my assistant coach, Jessica Kufos, who's also going to come up and talk to us in just a little bit. All right, so these are a couple of fun facts about me. You can just kind of read through those. But if you haven't met me before, some of you are part of my community. You've been to my master classes. Others of you are meeting me for the first time. And so my name is Renee Hughes. I am the CEO and founder of The Aroma Specialist. And The Aroma Specialist is the home of two programs. One is called Holistic Champions. Holistic Champions is an international school where I certify people to become aromatherapists and simultaneously help them to build their business. And so that is one of the things that makes our school unique, that we do both at the same time. And we also train people who are already certified to build a profitable and joyful business. And so that is what Holistic Champions is all about. And then, of course, we're the home of the Mood Makeover Method. So the Mood Makeover Method was our first signature program that really took off as our business was exploding several years ago. The Mood Makeover Method was the first thing that everybody kind of fell in love with. It's an extraordinary method, and you're going to learn quite a bit about it today. I'm a certified professional aromatherapist. The school is accredited through the governing body of aromatherapy, which is NAHA, and I'm also a certified natural health consultant. And so you just see some of my accreditations there that you can read through. I live in Jamaica, in rural Jamaica. I'm from Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Been married for 20 years. I'm a huge introvert. So I love teaching and training other introverts, because a lot of times we as introverts think that our energy is not what it's supposed to be, that we're supposed to be like center of the room people if we're going to be professionals or coaches and consultants. And give me a yes in the chat if any of you have ever felt that way. If you feel like, if you're an introvert, that maybe business is not for you and it affects your energy sometimes. And then we're going to hear from Jessica Kufos. And you can, when I ask you questions, just fill up the chat and I'll refer back to it later. But you're going to be hearing from Jessica Kufos in a little bit. Jessica went through Mood Makeover Method, I want to say, I've forgotten the time now, Jess, but probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that. And just did phenomenal, completely changed her life. She was able to get rid of panic attacks. She was able to repair some painful relationships. And Jess, we're going to call you up in a little bit, not quite yet. I'll let you know when it's time. And so she was able to really make such benefit from the Mood Makeover Method to the point where she fell in love with it. She wanted to become an aromatherapist. She is now a professional certified aromatherapist, and she's our first certified Mood Makeover Method coach. So we are so excited, and in just a little bit you're going to be hearing from Jessica. So we covered this portion already. We wanted to get to know you a little bit, and decided to bring that up first because you are the most important part of this, and I wanted to get to know you just a bit. So I know you put all that in the chat, and we're going to take a look at that in a minute. Moving into the content for tonight, this is our promise to you. By the time that you leave this event, you're going to have a really solid understanding of how our mood impacts our life and our business. So as practitioners, a lot of us kind of already have a grasp on this. We know it. But we also, just like our clients struggle sometimes, we as practitioners struggle sometimes with finding our way. We get stuck in different ways. We get stuck in what our niche is. We get stuck in what should we be doing. We get stuck in, why are my clients not getting transformation? Why are they getting a partial transformation and not a full one? So this is something that we are going to address tonight. And our other promise to you is that you're going to see how simple it is and how powerful just some few tweaks and what you may already be doing could totally change your mood and your business. We're going to talk a little bit about aromatherapy and psychoaromatherapy. How many of you are familiar with psychoaromatherapy, have heard the term before? Curious to know how many people know about that. I see my fellow introverts here. I love that. Oh, you're going to have a good time. This is so important for you to grasp. Yeah. Okay, so a few of you are familiar with it. Great. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about how essential oils impact the limbic system and what all that means. We're going to talk about how it's used in this particular method to help people. But we're going to talk very much about the whole overview of this method. It's more than just the modalities that we use. So as practitioners, a lot of us have different modalities. A lot of us use aromatherapy. Some of us use tapping. A lot of us use affirmations. We have different modalities that we use. We're going to talk tonight about how we think. We want to make a shift in our thinking. And it's going to change how you show up as a practitioner and a coach and a consultant in your business. And it's also going to give you some ideas in how you're going to serve your clients better. How many of you have, either you yourself are feeling stuck in some way, or your clients are, or both? Tell me in the chat.